أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Today we will discuss the research topic, the Quran as a source of knowledge to achieve the purpose of man's creation. The Quran is a great source of knowledge to achieve the purpose of the man's creation. The Quran provides several references on this vital concept, which urges the conscious mind for an intensive study of this information having relevance to multiple aspects of the mankind, especially religious, social, philosophical, and psychological. The mankind, posterity of a single soul of Hazrat Adam, is the most honored and acclaimed creation of Allah, having a size of about 8 billion at this point of time. For that, our statement, the Quran as a source of knowledge to achieve the purpose of the man's creation, is more purposeful in the context of the mankind instead of a particular religio-cultural segment of the society. Like the grand purpose, the Quran belongs to the one common source to which the other divine books belong, the divine message, based on the mother book preserved with Allah. That is the reason my addressee is a conscious, willing human mind, not merely a Jew, Christian, Muslim, or a follower from any other religion. Dear friends, the man was landed on the earth absolved of his sin committed in the paradise instigated by Iblis. There are several Quranic references on this episode. I will share two of them to focus on the significance of the Quran to the matter under discussion. The first is Ayat 38 of Surah Baqarah, which reveals, listen, قُلْ نَهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ مِنِّي هُدًى فَمَنْ تَبِعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. We said, go down from it, from the paradise, all of you, Hazrat Adam and Eve, and of course Iblis. And when guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows my guidance, there will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. The second is Ayat 27 of Surah Al-A'raf, which reveals, I will share with you the translation. O children of Adam, let not Satan tempt you as he removed your parents from paradise, stripping them of their clothing to show them their private parts. Indeed, he sees you, he and his tribe, from where you don't see them. Indeed, we have made the devils allies to those who do not believe. The man had already been given at his creation a purpose, a distinctive status with trust of vicegerency, free personality, and physiological, intellectual, and spiritual faculties to perform his assigned role. After landing on the earth, the man was additionally assigned to defy the Iblis' evil maneuverings, to defeat him in his notorious claims for misleading the humanity from the right path. Allah has fulfilled His promise made in Ayat 38 of Surah Baqarah by blessing the humanity with an elaborate series of His divine message, culminating with the revelation of the Holy Quran. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati. Allahu Akbar. Allah has given good news to the followers of His guidance of the success of this world and salvation of the hereafter. Despite the fact that the devious role of Iblis had been quite known, quite obvious, just imagine the kindness of Allah, the most beneficent and most merciful for the mankind. He, after reminding Iblis' heinous conduct with Hazrat Adam, forcefully forewarns the generations to come against the mischievous designs of Iblis and his accomplices, and also informs the treacherous ways they employ to deceive the humanity. Ayat 27 of Surah Al-Araf beautifully reveals their deceitful manners as إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُمْ. Listen once again. إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ وَقَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُمْ. It means, indeed, he sees you, Iblis. He sees you, he and his tribe, his accomplices, from where you do not see them. This is reference to their deceitful maneuverings and deceitful ways to operate. My friends who want to have a glimpse of this truth are requested to study Confessions of an Economic Hitman written by John Perkins. They will find their deceitful means. Dear friends, from the above quoted two Quranic references, 6 important points need to be understood by the well-wishers of humanity, friends of good. A. The mankind can achieve its purpose of creation by pursuing the divine message, where the Quran is its final edition. Accomplishment of this purpose is assured success of this world and glorious reward of the hereafter. B. Iblis' accomplices are friends of evil on the earth and perpetual enemies of the mankind. Perpetual enemies, they will remain enemy of the mankind forever. Religious conflicts and clash of civilizations are just their facade, fictitious, artificial tools to divide the humanity to serve their wicked designs. The Quran, as continuity of the divine message, exposes the faces of evil and warns the humanity of their threat. See, accomplices of Iblis are the forces of the devil, forces of the evil, play their games both outwardly and covertly. But in terms of consequences, covert campaigns or secret campaigns are much more dreadful for the humanity, as the distinction between friends and foes is almost impossible. D. Forces of evil are united across the geographic bounds. They are resourceful and disciplined. E. Contrary to it, The forces of good or the followers of the prophetic or godly mission are divided, undisciplined, generally resourceless, indifferent, and primarily unmindful of their intellectual insolvency. This is the great dilemma. F. Forces of evil or accomplices of Iblis have no religious or geographic brands. Then why the friends of humanity should have? Let us stand together, move together under the Abrahamic great tradition, finally compiled in the Quran to save the humanity from total disaster. The Quran is a great source of knowledge that leads a man to achieve his success here and salvation in the hereafter. Detailed discussion on this aspect will be made in the next lectures. Here, its linkage with the purpose of the man's creation will be seen briefly. In the Quran, Allah promised with the mankind for disclosure of His hidden knowledge as the time proceeds, so that people may see the truth more evidently, more clearly. There should be no vagueness, and the man will be empowered to access the knowledge of the universe and his inner self with the passage of time. The implied message was that understanding of the Quran grows, expands with the intellectual growth of the man. There are hundreds of such discoveries of science which had been revealed in the Quran more than 1400 years ago. But the man could not understand them because of his intellectual limitations. But now he is intellectually grown up enough to appreciate those revelations. Therefore, if the man desires to be benefited from the treasures of knowledge of the Quran, he should urge to improve his intellectual abilities. It's very important. Dear friends, in a previous discussion, we concluded that for the man as Allah's vicegerent on the earth and to serve the purpose of his creation, the knowledge was an essential prerequisite to perform his assigned role in the most befitting manner. Soul of the man and his nature keep him tuned with the character of Allah and the laws of nature, while the senses and intellect are the gifts of the worldly life. Above all, the divine message, in our case, the Holy Quran, the divine message bridges the two sources and thereby accord authenticity to the consciousness of the man if he seeks guidance from them with positive mind earnestly. Accomplishment of the purpose of the man's creation or success of the worldly life and salvation of the hereafter requires guidance through all the four sources of knowledge as they are intertwined circuit, centered to a single divine reality or the truth. But among the four, the Quran is the direct and protected communication from Allah, a final edition of a continued divine message, an assured representation of Abrahamic tradition, a common source of the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And above all, the Quran provides a roadmap a roadmap for achieving the purpose of the man's creation, serving the cause of Allah and well-being of the humanity. Then what stops all of us to stand together for good against the evil? Here too, the Quran helps us in explaining the reason of such conflict and divide. In ayat 213 of Surah Baqarah, in the words, listen. وَمَا اخْتَلَفَ فِيهِ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ أُوتُوهُ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُمُ الْبَيِّنَاتُ بَغْيًا بَيْنَهُمْ. Listen the translation and focus. And none differed over the scripture except those who were given it after the clear proofs came to them. Why they differ? Out of jealous animosity among themselves. The golden line that needs to be focused is out of jealous animosity among themselves. There was no contradictions in the scriptures. There was no contradictions in the divine message, but it was jealousy, it was animosity among the people. Dear friends, the Quran is a comprehensive framework of a great religion which has given a complete code of life to the humanity to serve its purpose of creation in all respects in the most effective manner. It encompasses the man's personal domain, religious obligations, and socio-economic landscapes with a lot of details, clarity, and depth. The Quran gives philosophy of a dynamic life and the universe, departing from the static world of classical philosophy. One of the dimensions of the purpose is to remain engaged for the growth of material and intellectual resources in line with the laws of nature. Thus, the Quran's philosophy of a dynamic world boosts the man's vision for a growing, progressive, peaceful, and just society and enabling the mankind accomplish the purpose of its creation. The Quran knows the psychology of the man very well. It accomplishes the man's personality and character so perfectly that he becomes an effective driving force of a faithful and benevolent society envisioned under the purpose of the man's creation. Rigorous pursuance of the Quranic principles raises his intellect and vision to know the laws of nature and harness the elements of the universe. Allegiance to the cause of Allah, longing for the best reward of the hereafter, and love for the humanity liberate, free the man from the worries and fears of the world. Dear friends, with this we conclude our discussion today. These programs are recorded both in Urdu and English. Their videos can be watched on ideafoundation.com.pk website or its YouTube channel and Facebook. Their written versions are also available on the Idea Foundation's website. Please note, code number of this program, Idea 1A R19 or lecture number 65. All friends are requested to subscribe the Foundation's YouTube web channel for the benefit of this noble cause. Thank you, friends, for participation. Allah Hafiz.